Hello there, I'm Shagat269, and welcome to Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. Now, I'm just going to kind of rush through the character process here. There's nothing special about it. I'll elaborate a bit on the class, though. In this game, of course, class doesn't matter. The only thing it affects is your starting equipment and your starting stats, but any character can do anything so long as you have the stats. So, of course, you don't need to get too worked up by it. And I don't really care too much. I went with the swamp because that goes with the pyromancer. I'll explain the master key in a moment for anyone who doesn't know. But first, I'll go ahead and let this cutscene play.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death. And of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Unleashed a miasma of death and disease, and Seath the Scales betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alright, so we're back, and I apologize for how quiet that was right there. I typically have my settings down a bit low because I'm chatting with people or listening to music or something, and you can't really change them until you're in game. So, yeah, there's that. Look at that beautiful face. Bleh. Alright. So yeah, as I was saying, class doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm gonna fix the volume here. Class doesn't really matter. It's all about what you're gonna start with. I went with Pyromancer because, one, it's not a bad class. Oh, and here we're having frame rate issues. This is not on the... This is not what I'm seeing. This is on the recording itself. And I'm trying to work these problems out, so... Yeah, here I am. I thought I got them fixed here, but it's going to be choppy for a little bit. Just bear with me. And if you look over there, you can see the stray demon. He comes back later. He is an optional boss. Just wanted to point that out. So anyways, Pyromancer also starts at soul level 1. It is the only class that starts at 1. And I kind of went with that because I just did a level 1 playthrough. And I decided I wanted to do another partial level 1 playthrough. I'm not going to keep this guy at level 1 the entire time. But it's a good start. And it just shows that the game... I've always said this game isn't difficult, it's just precise. This is going to be a good example to show how important your equipment is as opposed to your level. Oh, and look at this. I do this so stylish, but the frame rate messes up right there at the end. He hit like right on the gate, but you can't really see it. Oh well. What are you gonna do, right? Bonfire lit. So the other thing about creating the characters, of course, I went with the master key. A lot of times when I'm just playing a normal game, I'll just start with the thief. And the thief gets the master key, so then you can pick another thing as your starting gift. But if you're not the thief, always go with the master key because it opens up so many other things. But yeah, in this case, I went with the master key. So that's why I didn't try and kill the Asylum demon, because I wasn't going to kill it with the broken weapon or my fist. So the frame rate's starting to get better. Indiana Jones trap there. Now, I apologize for skipping through the dialogue here. It's a force of habit, because I've played the game so many times. I will try not to do that. I can't guarantee anything. It will happen from time to time. So I just went down here to open that gate up in case something goes horribly wrong. And... yeah, things are a little choppy for me right here. I was still paranoid about the frame rate, so I was watching in the corner to see if it was... because I get a different recording and performance frame rate, so it can be recording at a lower frame rate, but the game is always running at a normal frame rate. So I'm watching that, and I also forgot that this shield doesn't block 100% physical, so... I got super sloppy right here because that was tripping me out, and paying too much attention to the frame rate was tripping me out. So I took all these hits that I really shouldn't. But I kind of make up for it, I guess. You gotta get the backstab, right? And I decided to take this guy out, and he trolls me. Because I can't go around. But he's easy. Yeah, always go for that two-hand if you can. The damage bonus is well worth it. So, this is not the best Asylum Demon fight. It gets a little sloppy, but whatever. He wouldn't cooperate with me, that's the problem. I got between his legs, and he kept turning around on me, which a lot of times if you're lucky, he won't even turn around. And this one caught me off guard. So did that one. And I'm getting tired of his games, so it's time to finish him off, right? I could have probably got that last hit, but I didn't want to die on the Asylum Demon. That's embarrassing. When you've played the game as much as I have. Now, if you kill him your first time, you still have to go through and talk to that guy, and he'll give you the big Pilgrim Key. And that's to make sure you get your Estus. But if you kill him the first time, of course, you also get his weapon. But I'm not going to be using it. So here we go with a little cutscene. Enjoy.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall meet. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Alright, so here we are at Firelink Shrine, which, this is a pretty good place to go ahead and call it for this episode, so, I guess I'll see you back here next time where we have some fun with the early game. See you then.